Welcome to the Wild Magic Podcast, Season 1, The Rise of the Shine Brigade. This episode contains explicit language not suited for sprouts, tots, or toadstools. Trigger warnings and music credits can be found in the description below.
Welcome back, everyone. Last session was a big one. You, the brigade, defeated Grandmaster Frown at the center of Cerulean. You freed the gloom itself from the influence of Void. You saved both worlds. And now, we discuss what comes after. You, the brigade, one way or another, found your way back to Sunflower, or perhaps stayed on Cerulean, in a new world filled with hope. In a new world where things don't seem as bleak as they once were. And in this world, life, of course, goes on. And so today, we're going to get a glimpse into what the brigade is doing after the defeat of Grandmaster Frown, what their lives are like, who they're interacting with, what they care about, and what they're doing in the future. So we start with Michael Brown.
Michael Brown, following these huge events, can only really think of one thing, and that is his family. This whole experience has really just taught him a lot about himself and his own misgivings. So as soon as all this is wrapped up and he can get back to Daffodil, the first thing he does is he goes straight to Melissa and he makes a plan with her to have the kids on the weekends like they had talked about before. Melissa will supervise for the first few ones because Michael still has some trust to build with them. But he's going through the effort of doing that. They go to flower ball games. They hang out at the new community center that's been rebuilt. They get to say hi to Joel with all the hats and hang out with some people that are more their age, kind of explore their interests a little bit more. He reconnects with Michael Jr. again. They're now having lunch every week. Michael is in the process of trying to convince Jr. to come work for him part-time, just helping with little odds and ends. Speaking of which, Michael these days spends a lot of his time building toys and helping work on some of the planetary defense structures, just in case anything ever were to happen again. He loves working on the hottest new Gloom Day toys, which of course his kids are always happy to help with and give him brand new ideas for. He also spent quite a bit of time working on the compound with Griff, helping to rebuild, helping to create that sense of normalcy that used to be on Daffodil, and hoping to bring some of that to Cerulean as well. Michael, now that he has taken some steps to be more with his family and be more open to them, they in turn have opened up a little bit more to him. He also went and reopened his dad's shop again, asking any employees that wanted to come back and work for him again. A few of them did, a few of them had gone off to school in the meantime, but his favorite employee, Mark, is still there. Always helping, always with a sweat on his brow, even showing Michael Jr. a few of the things that Michael tried to show him years earlier and was not interested in, but apparently comes better from Mark. And Michael does spend a lot of the time in the new compound, just hanging out with his new family, the Brigade. And he's very thankful that he's found them.
So, Michael reconnects with his family. He spends a lot of his time just focused on that, which is a wonderful thing. So, Griff, what has Griff been up to? There's a lot to do.
Oh my god, I can't imagine how busy Griff has been. And I think I actually want to start out in a different spot. I want to start out in a moment away from all the work that Griff has decided to take. In the weeks leading after the showdown with Grandmaster Frown, I think there was just a whirlwind of things to do and people to see and plans to make and rebuild and technology and uniting worlds. And these months just disappeared in a moment in a way that can only happen when you're working to this degree. And you get to the end of it and you blink and you realize, oh my god, I need a day off. And so I think maybe he was even sitting talking to Recklin about this, like, wow, I'm really overworked right now. And Recklin was like, I know what you should do. And so Griff called up Jason Ivy and they went on a fishing trip together.
Wow.
And I would like to start Griff's outro kind of there in this moment with Jason Ivy just on a fishing boat in the middle of some random jungle river in Cerulean that Jason Ivy knows about for some god knows what reason.
Yeah. You see Jason Ivy, he, in the past couple months, has actually developed a little bit of a beer gut. He seems to have started taking it easy. The battle that he fought with you guys for Cerulean's seemingly the end of an era for him. He's sort of like transitioning a bit into being more of a normal guy.
So, I like the beard.
Oh, thank you, Griff. I appreciate that.
You've really grown it out.
Yeah, I'm really growing it out. I'm seeing how long it can grow. And I'm thinking, if it grows long enough, I can get some sort of record for it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be a really cool record.
It would be. Griff, check the cooler. I packed some stuff for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You look in the cooler, you see there's cheese sandwiches that have been cut into triangles, no crusts, very neat on white bread. There's the fantasy world equivalent of goldfish in a bag, and there's dino nuggets.
Oh, just a sigh of relief comes out of Griff. Cheese sandwich and dino nuggies.
Yeah, made them like you like them.
I would have killed somebody for these last week. I was literally sitting there thinking that I would commit terrible crimes to get a dino nugget right now. Thank you.
Yeah, Griff, it's the simple pleasures that matter. When I was knee-deep in, well, I guess currently we're knee-deep in the waters of Cerulean. What really brought our moods up was the small delicacies, the chocolates, the camaraderie.
I'll pull out one of the sandwiches and hand him one of the triangles. So, do you actually ever catch any fish when you're fishing, or do you just sit out here on the water the whole day?
Oh, I don't know what it is. I personally have never caught a fish before in my entire life. They seem to not want to bite whenever I'm out here.
I can't imagine why.
However, I think it's more about the camaraderie. Like I said, more about sitting around and just being at peace with one another.
I think Recklin would agree. Jason, thank you for coming out here with me.
Of course.
These last couple months, they've just been, rebuilding the Shine compound and having to design a whole new tower and the new gateway that we're building inside of it to connect the two worlds. It's just been, it's been so busy. I feel like I don't even see the Shine Brigade members that much anymore. I'm just in an office most days, and it's weird, but I kind of miss being out on the battlefield or whatever.
I get that, Griff. But, the work you're doing is very important, and I think you're very brave for doing it. But even the most haggard soldier deserves rest. I hope you're taking time to take care of yourself, Griff.
Yeah. Without you around, it's harder for me to remember, but I'm figuring it out.
I'll keep bugging you about it till the day I die. That's a promise.
I just checked my phone to see the all caps text messages from Jason Ivy, just like, have you drinking water today? Here, try this new strategy for making sure you stay hydrated.
Weird tip for getting 8 hours of sleep every night.
You would not believe what lack of vitamin D can do to your body.
Doctors hate this trick.
Anyway, how are Mom and Dad doing?
Oh, they're doing all right. I think that your father has shown some of his softer sides now that she's home.
Is she speaking more? Last week she wasn't.
She's
kind of a hard day when I was there.
She's getting there. The disease took a lot out of her, the void. When you're that messed up for that long, it can just take some time to realign your senses. I know, a lot of people came back from the war and weren't right for years, or at all, really. They get okay eventually, but it takes time.
It's weird seeing Dad with her. I feel like he's been more alive, too, in a weird way. Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to him eventually, aren't I?
That's your choice, Griff. He did a lot of harm. You're right to never talk to him again, if you wanted. Is that what you want, Griff?
I don't think so. I think I just want to be mad at him right now. for a while. It's nice to just rebuild a tower. It's so much simpler than people.
I agree.
And I think I just kind of dip my toes back in the water, pull out the other half of the cheese sandwich, and give Jason a look, and then go back to my fishing pole.
Yeah, Jason Ivy sort of gives you a smirk, wraps a big arm around you, pulls you in for a quick hug. And then your fishing line, it gets tight. Your fishing reel gets real tight, and...
What? No way, there's actually fish in here!
Oh, that surprises me. Reel it in.
I think I try to reel it, and then I spin the thing the wrong way, and then I start spinning it the other way. Should I roll a dexterity check? What's a fishing check?
Fishing is a combination of nature, intelligence, and
What's your
dexterity.
approach?
Just go ahead and roll a luck roll.
Athletic. Yeah, are you finessing it or?
It's whatever you want it to.
What stat?
It's just general luck.
10.
10. You get like basically like a trout-sized like fish. It's medium sized, but it's like the first thing that Jason Ivy has ever seen caught in this lake. So I'd like to imagine you guys just get a Polaroid picture together.
Yeah, I think now I'll kind of, if we can move, I want to flash over back to the tower that we're building and my little makeshift office that's in the basement room. It's one of the few rooms that it's not even fully finished yet. It's just more finished than the rest of them. It actually has structures and frames and windows put in and stuff like that. You know, temporary plexiglass ones. And we'll just go to Griff painting that picture up on the wall right above his desk as he sits back down now that he's back from vacation. On his desk, you see below him these blueprints for this massive tower with a huge ring at the base, and the ring is made of pure crystals. Crystals that, it's hard, they look oddly similar to some of the ones that we saw in the room in the bottom of Cerulean, as though, you know, we've gotten them from these crystals from the purest source possible. And there's 2 labels on it, one at the top above the tower that says the Rainbow Tower, and then one near the bottom near this big ring of crystals that says the Iridescent Gateway. And as he shifts the papers around, you realize that the tower has a lower part, like almost a reflection to it. And you realize that the mechanism that he's working on is that there's actually 2 towers, one on Cerulean and one on Daffodil, with a gateway between them, so that when you're in one building, you're also in the other. This is a huge part of Prism technology that he's been working with Cordatech with and some of the experts on Cerulean with. And what he's really been working on these last couple months is not only rebuilding the compound, but uniting the 2 worlds and keeping both of them safe. And I think he looks up from it, and I'm not sure if I would have an assistant or another one of you guys would be around kind of helping me out with this.
Yeah, I think Michael would definitely spend quite a bit of time working on the compound, rebuilding. It seems like something that he could be pretty good at, could pick up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Sorry, real quick. Anise, what did you want to say? If the moment's passed, totally fine too.
I mean, I was just wondering if you might say that trout you caught was a rainbow trout.
Oh my god. Xander, you paused the whole session for a rainbow trout pun. Are you proud of yourself?
Hey.
Are you proud of yourself?
Maybe that was your inspiration for
Ooh.
you're like,
that's how I
rainbow trout. Rainbow
Wow, there's rainbows in this world.
Oh my god.
Fish go above water, but fish also go below water.
I'm gonna pretend this conversation never happened.
Me too. I feel like I've hit rockfish bottom.
Oh my god.
When I've been on Daffodil, I've seen one half of the rainbow, but where's the other half?
Yes, so along with Michael helping you out, Doug Peony, actually, since Jill Sargosa passed, has taken on a bigger role of responsibility around just everywhere. He's going to peek in. He's going to say, do you need anything?
Oh, just finding my bearings after getting back off from vacation.
Yeah, I get you.
Michael, Doug, how are things going? How they been? Nothing's blown up while I've been gone?
No, everything's been going pretty smoothly over here so far. I've been having a lot of trouble working with some of this newer technology that you provided for us. The manuals are just... Your handwriting's not great. I might need you to show me how to do some of this stuff if you're okay with that.
Sorry, I did them in such a rush getting out of here.
No,
yeah,
I
we can
understand.
sit down later today and I'll type it all out.
All right, I appreciate that. I mean, obviously, you see, we've got a lot of the main structure here, a lot of the surfaces. We just don't have a lot of stuff inside that really made the compound.
We'll get there. We've got the people, right, Doug?
Yeah, actually, on that, we have an inquiry that you might want to look at. You see, like, little Chrysanthemum Dewdrop stumble into the room. Hello?
Chris, good to see you. What are you doing here?
You see that Chris is sweated through, like, 2 layers of clothing. He's gonna say, I would like to formally submit a application for internship. Sort of pulls out, like, a resume that clearly someone has helped him put together, maybe his parents. He's gonna put it on the desk. It says, Chrysanthemum Dewdrop, former villain.
Wow, really just owning it. All right.
I never thought I'd see that on a resume.
Yes, I was hoping that perhaps my former experience manipulating and being with the Void would provide valuable insight into future bad guys that you might have to fight.
Well, for a start, it sounds perfect for marketing. Why don't we start you out with Doug? And maybe we can talk to Anise, too.
Yes, I was actually hoping that perhaps I could assist in the development of new toys.
Oh, really? You're interested in making some toys? Not evil ones, though, right?
Oh, no, not... Well, perhaps if there were a villain, we could make, like, an action figure out of them.
Oh, 100%, absolutely. I mean, we have our toys for the kids, and then we have our toys for the villains, and they're very different.
That's what I was thinking, but yes, I would love to learn how to develop those things under you guys, if that is acceptable.
I don't see why not.
I only insist that we pay you. It's a paid internship. If he's gonna be here, we gotta pay him for work.
I had to do 3 years of unpaid internship, and that was under my dad.
Yeah, but that's your dad. This is not my child. I can't just not pay him and make him work.
You know what? You're right. We're doing better by the kids of the future.
We're learning. Yeah. You know what? I think I can show you a few things. Here, why don't you come with me? We can go all over to the toy room. I'll show you what we ought to work with.
Yes, of course. I have some suggestions about the Michael Brown action figure, actually.
I would love to hear them.
And you guys walk into your workshop together. Griff, was there anything else you wanted to do, or is that...
I think I would like to do one last scene. Griff just visiting his mom after he gets off work.
Mm-hmm.
Just coming home to check in on her.
Yeah. As you mentioned, visiting your mother, it's kind of a hard thing to do. Your mother is still recovering from years of having been under the influence of Void, which has left a lot of scarring, a lot of issues. She's working on becoming more animated, doing things on her own. But, it's a process. So you are entering your family home and just going to visit with her?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's currently just sort of lying in bed, staring up at the ceiling. As you walk in, you see that her eyes seem a little bit animated at seeing you.
Hey, Mom, I brought some food. I thought you might be hungry.
Yes, Griff. Thank you.
I got it at this new chicken place from down the street. They have the best nuggets I think I've ever had. And I didn't know this until I'd eaten there like 10 times, but Delilah told me that they're actually vegan.
You see that she moves a hand up to your face and places it on your cheek.
Oh.
My thoughtful boy.
How are things? How you been?
I'm okay. It comes and it goes.
How are things with Dad?
I missed him a lot. I missed you a lot.
Yeah, missed you too. And I think I just kind of sit there on the edge of the bed. I probably have done this before and brought a book or, maybe some work to do and just take a seat in the corner as she falls back to sleep and just settle in for an evening, quiet.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else, Griff?
No?
I only took one note, and it was that apparently Griff canonically likes cold dino nuggies the best. Which I thought was very notable. Those cold dino nuggies are just how you like it, so noted.
This has been canonically established since the beginning.
You're like, ooh, too hot. It's like, dude, it's like room temperature. Like, no, it's not right.
It needs to no. It doesn't need to be cold. It needs to be sitting in a lunchbox all day temperature.
Shows the nuance of Griff's character that it only came up at the very last episode. You've had it planned this whole time.
All right, that was the first note you made.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we establish Dino Nuggies in episode? I believe I established Dino Nuggies
Yes.
moons ago.
The Dino Nuggies are canonical.
As for their temperature,
Yeah.
The world's been dying to know.
Yeah.
thought we could finally close that.
Yeah, that's my final note of the campaign.
So, after Griff is going to be Anise.
We find ourselves back in the center of Cerulean. This is just after the battle when everyone is gathered around the gravestones of the previous Shine Brigade. Delilah has just planted the engagement ring in one of the graves, and Triple P is stood in front, just standing there mourning these people that he knew quite well. Gradually, we see one person, another person turn and leave, go about their business, doing what they need to do in this cleanup after the final battle, until it's just Triple P and Anise standing off to the side and behind him. And she, after a moment longer, pulls out the sunflower sword and turns it over in her hands. Pony Puffy Pants?
Oh, yes, Anise.
If you think it's right, I think it might be time that Richard lays down with his friends.
I think that would be lovely.
Would you like to choose a spot?
You know, it here is seemingly unceremonious and grim, but I think that beside his family is where he deserves to be buried.
I think that's a lovely idea. And Anise is going to walk forward with the sunflower sword. Triple P steps forward and, digs a little spot with his hoof in the ground, and Anise leans down and places the sword in it, and they cover up the blade together. Then, exchanging a glance, but no words, Anise and Triple P look at each other and then look down to the hilt of the sword, still uncovered. And Anise reaching out her hand to it, and Triple P lowering his horn. They both touch it and channel the last bit of green shine that they had saved up from earlier into accelerating the growth around them, using the power of the sword, the power of Richard Oak, to make some vines, some bits of mushroom grow at an accelerated rate around this marker, around where the sword is, to form something of a decorative piece, a memorial to all of them, crafted in vine and mushroom, using the power of the green shine and gloom that they hold within them. They accelerate the timeline of the vines and the mushrooms until they're petrified and solid in place.
You and Triple P just create a beautiful mural of nature.
Surrounding the place that the Shine Brigade is buried, and as an addition to the marker.
Triple P is going to bow his head and say, Richard, forever your friend. He's going to look up at you. Thank you. This is nice.
I'm glad that we could do it together. And you could be here with me now, friend. She puts a hand on his mane and just gives it a little ruffle.
This might not be appropriate, but are you really hungry right now? I feel like I haven't eaten in years.
I mean, now that you mentioned, I wasn't going to say anything, but it has been a while since we ate. And moving around and using shine and gloom, wow, does that take it out of you, or what?
Yeah, that's right. Could really use some oats right now.
Is he hungry as a horse?
He's a unicorn.
I want to know when him and Anise are going to go get those matching tattoos.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone wants to know, Anise.
Except the scene.
Is it a CD tattoo parlor?
Yeah.
Is it uptown, high end?
Yeah.
What waivers do you have to sign to get a horse tattooed?
I mean, you can just do it yourself. I'm sure somebody at the community center knows how to do stick and pose.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, shine forever.
I think it's actually one of the people on Cerulean in that rebellion cell that we met with earlier. After everyone's gone up and we've done our meals and stuff, it's a little while before we end up back on Daffodil, and we see Anise and Triple P in this tent. Illuminated.
You guys are gonna die.
Illuminated by blue and purple lights around.
Yeah, so basically you want me to put a tattoo on. I've never tattooed a horse before, is the thing. Unicorn, actually. Yes, whatever you are, I've never tattooed it before. Okay.
Delilah would just be there. She'd be like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so cool.
So...
No, I just like, what is this? I just imagine like the circus, like they're under a tent and there's a bunch of lights. What are they like? I'm happy to clown and I do only clown and clown related tattoos. I'm so happy you chose our establishment. I saw you once showing up in a stall. A pleasure to meet you again, horse.
This is their camp, right?
You definitely asked Delilah where to go to get a tattoo, and this is where Delilah took you.
Well, yeah, if we were on Daffodil, Delilah knows like so many good spots.
New York's hottest new tattoo.
I think this is after, so like we go back up to the rebel cell, right? There's a little bit of celebration once people come back and everything. And Anise and Triple P had a little bit too much mushroom tea to drink.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when we end up approaching you, Delilah, about a tattoo.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is still at the Cerulean camp, right?
Yeah.
This is still the Cerulean camp. This is just like their war camp.
Some little makeshift tent where someone has somehow procured the means of creating tattoos.
You know, wartime people need their tattoos.
They figure it out. Yeah.
They figure it out.
Yes, Anise, I'm all for this. I think this is what you and Triple P need to like really cement that bond, and I'm so proud of you for getting this.
We're so bonded. We are so bonded.
Like, Triple P, are you really still sure about it?
I
think this will be good.
frankly never been more sure of anything in my entire life.
Well, that sounds great to me. Then I think this is gonna be wonderful. So,
what do you think, and what can I do for you? It's an honor, by the way. It's an absolute honor. I never thought in all my life that I would be tattooing the Shine. I'm sorry, the Shine and the Gloom Brigade.
You know, we're both. I think we're just. Are we just the brigade now?
Is that where you want to go? I can still call you the brigade. I'll tell my friends to call you the brigade if you want.
I don't know. I guess that works for now. Hey, Triple P, what are we getting a tattoo of? Like a clock or something?
Like a time thing, yes. Like time's arrow, like an arrow going through a clock or something, yes. Like friends for all time.
All right.
Put on top of it.
Oh my god.
Delilah, you are. What do you think?
Yes, I think that's great. It can be green, right? Is that a color that you have?
I can do anything, basically. I can do anything, yeah.
And yeah, let's see. What can we say that's like really cool?
Okay, but what if there's also like an hourglass in there somehow?
I'm not even there, but a clock and an hourglass.
Hands forever on it.
Listen, I'm not. I have no part in this decision. But
What if
my
the
God.
The hands are up in the pieces.
What if the hands of the clock
Right,
are like
yes.
halves of the hourglass.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Hourglass in a circle with the numbers all around it.
Okay, that does sound reasonably cool.
Sounds cool.
All right, yeah, I can do that. Did you guys still want that text at the top of it, or just the...
Well, we've got the arrow, right? Wait. Triple P, you think of what I'm thinking?
Yes, I can hear your thoughts.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
What if we put the words on the arrow? Like on the shaft of it.
Right,
Like
yes.
they're really small, but you have to keep
Like
them
small
close.
little letters on the arrow that you really have to look at really closely to look at, yes.
Is that something you can do? Sorry, is that too
Like
much?
I said, I can do anything.
This is the world's greatest tattoo.
So you,
Stick and poke with fine details.
you and
Savant.
you and Triple P get the worst tattoo ever. Location wise,
Where
It's
is
a
it?
lower back.
Yeah, where I can think of one location.
I mean, I was thinking back of the shoulder blade, but honestly, yeah, no, we got some matching tram stamps.
Yeah.
Where does a tram
Yes.
stamp go on a horse? Is it under the saddle or
My Little Pony.
the
It's
tail?
kind of it's between the butt and the saddle there. It's right in the curve of the back.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
It's just like a dog with pants situation with some trans
so matching tattoos aside, Anise, what else is Anise up to?
Okay.
Other than being filled with regret.
I'm like,
Yeah,
how
then
is that
we go for another one. It says no regrets.
Put a rainbow between the two.
No turning back time.
Flash forward 20 more years, and Niece is just like up to the neck in terrible tattoos.
Every time we go out.
Like we gotta stop drinking.
Stop drinking the mushroom, please. You do an irrevocable damage to your own psyche.
Okay. So I think we end up back on Daffodil for this next scene after the tattoo. And we're on Daffodil. You see through double doors, Anise walks down a hallway with two adults walking beside her. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Dewdrop. It's great to see you. I got your email about Chrysanthemum needing some resume help?
Oh, yes. Basically, we thought perhaps you'd be a great reference. I know it might be a lot to ask after what our Chrissy did, but...
Well, I mean, I've heard that you've been bringing him around to some events at the center here, and people definitely seem to enjoy his company around. We do have career services that... I mean, he's pretty young, but I'm sure they could probably help him out.
Oh, that sounds lovely, doesn't it? And the husband is like,
All right, well, if you would just see Joel over there, he can help you out with getting an appointment for Chrysanthemum with the resume, and I'll talk around to see what we can put together for Chrysanthemum.
Okay, you give a look to Joel, and this is kind of like a two-step plan that you guys have solidified this over and over again, right? Like you get him in, he gets him in, you know. Joel kind of saunters over and says, "Oh, I love your hat. Your hat is so cool. You know, regular old hat. That's classic. That's a classic right there. If you just both follow me," kind of like puts two arms around both of them. Well, we'll get you anything you need, anything at all. Kind of like looks around and winks at you. Joel is sort of wearing a celebratory like Cerulean Lives hat that he's made himself.
So good.
It's sort of this big mushroom. Sits ridiculously on his head.
That's awesome. As they walk away, I think Anise turns to go off to whatever her next duty is, and looks through these double doors and does a little double take, seeing Michael there with his 2 daughters. Michael? Is that you?
Oh, hey, niece, yeah. How you doing?
She's gonna stroll on in. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Well, I just thought I'd bring the kids by. I mean, it seems like a good place for them to meet some new friends,
Oh, certainly. Have you looked at any of the youth programs that we have going on?
A bit. We looked, we saw something about Flower Ball, but honestly, we're just so caught up with talking to people, I haven't had a chance to read any of it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I'm so glad to see you here. I can't believe that you came out all the way over here. I'm used to only seeing you when we run into each other at the Shine compound these days.
Well, honestly, I'm here more often than you'd think, with Melissa as well, she kind of has to be around when the kids are around, but we're working on that still. We'll get that figured out. Anyways, it just seemed like a good place to be for today, I'm trying to spend as much time with the kids as possible, so.
Miss Anise, is Pony here?
Is Pony here? Well,
we can definitely get him here. Right, Anise?
I'm afraid he's not here now, but, let me see if he's planning on coming by real soon.
Okay.
I'll come right back, okay?
All right.
I want the pony too!
Thank you so much, Anise. I really appreciate it. I do.
Gives a little, raised eyebrow at Michael.
Yeah.
And then Anise is going to telepath to Triple P. Hey, do you remember Michael's kids?
Oh, yes, I do.
This is kind of out of the blue, but, would you mind coming by the community center to see them?
Oh, sure, yeah, yeah, of course, no problem. Yeah.
You sure it's not too much? I mean, you literally just sprung this on me right now.
It's maybe it's a little inconvenient, I guess, but yeah, sure, yes, I'll be there soon.
It's Triple B's first day off in the last 200 days. He was at Fiji. You asked this of him.
Out playing poker.
He's out there playing poker, yeah.
Yeah, Triple P arrives, and there's this thing where it's just for so long, Triple P has been in the compound, and before the stories that you heard about Triple P was that he was great with kids. The kids loved being around him. He loved playing with them and just sort of indulging in their fantasies and playing the pony that he is. So when Triple P arrives, there's this glint of life in his eyes as children climb all over him and ride on him. He's he lands and says, "I heard there's some princesses around here that need a magical pony." And that just drives the kids wild.
Michael can't help but just beam. And Michael's not a man that smiles very often. Yeah, his teeth are showing. He's smiling like crazy, not only seeing his kids be this happy, but seeing Triple P kind of get to be a kid again in a way too. Now, don't be too rough on him, girls. I know he's a war hero, but if you pull that hair a little bit too hard, you're gonna find out what happens.
It's just sort of met with a barrage of giggling.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Okay.
And as that scene closes, I think we're brought a little bit further in the future to a summer night where Anise is with Henry and with Claire, and they're having a family dinner sat outside on a patio. There's a fourth table setting with no chair. And he taps into her telepathic powers. Hey, Triple P.
Yes?
We're already here anytime you want to come by.
Oh, I'm just about there. I had to pick some things up. Yeah, Triple P arrives with a bottle of wine. In his mouth. Yeah. So, kind of talks to the telepathic bond. Would you mind grabbing this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anise will get up and gently takes the bottle of... Ooh, 30 here? You're treating us.
Oh, yes. Of course.
This dude, he's the greatest wingman.
My God, I'm just the visual of him going into like the liquor store, like which one, man? He's just trying to pick up one bottle with his mouth, and he's just knocking stuff over, and it's like he's a war hero, and the guy doesn't want to like say anything working at the liquor
He's like,
store.
do you need any help? And
He's like, no, I'll do it. I'm looking for a 30-year. This one will do. He doesn't have any money, just walks out, and the guy just like, okay.
Just bill it to the Shine compound.
Right.
Yeah, I think we sit down. Well, and he sits back down with the bottle of wine, pours some for herself and for Henry, and Claire puts her glass forward, and then Anise just gives her a little bit of a side eye. And then gestures to ask Triple P if he would like any wine.
Oh, maybe next time. I don't think it's a good idea after, you know.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You just see Henry looking at the two of them and just having like a smirk on his face. Anyway, Henry's put together a lovely apple crumble tonight. And we've got sides of asparagus and a side salad as well. There's plenty here to eat. Please, help yourself. Well, we've made you a plate.
Yeah, I'm digging in because I'm starving. But Claire just piles it on. Triple P sort of feeling a little bit nervous, looking a little bit out of his element. Eats slowly, but eventually you guys start to make some conversation.
And I think we just talk about what's been going on with Triple P lately, like where he's been flying off to lately, because we haven't necessarily been at one another's side the whole time lately, but this is a semi-regular thing that we've started to do, where Triple P comes over and has a meal with the rest of Anice's closest circle of family. And we ended up talking a little bit just about like what's going on in life, about Claire applying for colleges, all sorts of that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, and then the last thing we get with Anise is just little flashes of further in the future now. We see at a similar dinner, this time in the winter, Triple P and Claire and Henry are there, and they all encourage her to finally go use some of those brigade benefits and go get the therapy that she definitely needs.
Sure.
You see a little while later on, she leaves an office and goes and visits the local cemetery. She goes to the gravesite where her eldest daughter, Janice, was buried a long time ago. And she lays some flowers and drops a little note alongside them that just says, "Thank you for being there with me. Thank you for forgiving me." And moving forward beyond there, though Anise has finally forgiven herself for what happened, she continues to work with the community center, particularly with the LGBTQ community there, being a strong advocate and ally for them, largely in honor of her eldest daughter and for all the people that she's learned to love there over the years. And I think that about settles it for Anise Coxcomb.
Okay. Recklin.
Alright, as I get out of my mind's palace where I'm imagining a horse eating a salad really politely, as best as he can, with every like
shaven tattoo on his back.
and it's just like, oh buddy.
There's full carrots in there.
Oh yeah, so he's trying his best. I just for the mental image. Thank you.
Have to shave for a tattoo. That's crazy.
That's how you do a brand.
Fucking
so,
like
same
stick and
thing.
poke camp. Oh, what a hero that tattoo artist. So I think the brunt of Recklin's epilogue happens well after the big first 5 years of initial rebuilding. Obviously, you don't rebuild everything in 5 years, but things start getting a little bit more stable. He mainly dedicates, of course, a lot of his rebuild efforts into first restoring the HVAC system lost in the original Shine compound. I mean, there were blueprints left behind, but you can know all the words to a song. You can see a play before you, but doesn't mean you can act it. So Recklin tries his best and hopes that time will be forgiving of whatever HVAC he has done to replace the HVAC that was. An apt metaphor I didn't even mean, but yeah, I guess that's, he didn't intend that either. Didn't intend a philosophical it, but philosophy is like a bad habit, hard to shake. After that kind of rebuilding portion, spending a lot of time Cerulean, making up for some mistakes there. It's all good. He spends some time, like, initially not quite sure what to do with. There's not a huge amount of stuff to do with Shine Brigade. He considers going back, actually legitimately getting HVAC certified, taking the test. He does so, but he ends up, and he keeps mentioning the community center, and he figures, it'd be fun to run a course. That could be fun to do. I'm gay. This makes sense. Like, I could do something. Okay. And he ends up really enjoying teaching kids. One thing that really surprises Rec is that he sees so many kids that were just like him when he was in high school, where he hears them say all the time, I'm dumb, I can't pass math, I don't know what I'm doing, and it's just like a mirror. Like, my God. Like, no. You're not dumb just because you don't. What? Because you can't do your A push. That means you're not going to be successful in life. Like, that's so dumb. There's so many more options out there, and so he starts really getting passionate into supporting technical. There's a term for it, but like it's a integrated. There's the technical centers that you can get like high school and middle school credits for, and he starts volunteering to teach HVAC courses for kids so they can get some initial high school credits and start getting that HVAC certified when you don't have to pay for it necessarily, getting that stuff and just teaching these kids and becoming what he likes to call his rec tech center. And just, he ends up doing a fair amount of different, like, I'm on the Wheaties box and using all these funds and just building up this tech center. And this becomes just this huge thing. There's so many kids out there that were just like him, and they have so much to give this world in them, and for them to seriously walk away from a school and think that they're dumb and that there's no path for them and that they're gonna have to settle, that no, this future is so much bigger, and just really that becomes a big part of his life unexpectedly. He never thought that he'd be a person who could mentor or provide for someone like that, so I think that ends up being his big mission in life, apart from, of course, the normal, occasional Shine Brigade, or excuse me, man, I screwed up myself sometimes. I know I'm in the Shine Brigade, I'm supposed to call it the Brigade. I don't like the Brigade that much, Ray. I don't think it's as good. I'm not allowed to tell. Anise would have my head if she knew I was telling you this, because, it's the Brigade, but Shine Brigade's so much cooler.
Yeah, it lacks a certain pizzazz.
It does! I could even mess with, like, Sparkle Brigade, but just Brigade, it's like, what are we? What are we in, like a World War II movie?
Yeah, it's like, what are you guys even
doing?
doing?
What are we doing?
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, now if canonically, by the way, listeners, World War II happened. I don't know why I just said that. Oh my God, what have I done? World War Gloom. It's like World War Gloom happening again. Excuse me. Oh, I just imagine if there were two World Wars. Like, I don't know what possessed me.
Maybe it's like a popular fantasy series.
Oh yeah. It's my favorite sci-fi series, World War II. Yeah, so I think that's a big part of what Recklin does, in the 5 to 15 years, after the end of last episode. But I also want to take us to one of the highlights of Reckon's life. This probably is about 7 years after the last episode. And Rek and Ray have been together and living together for these last 7 years, and I think it's about time. And Rek, I take Ray to Cloud9, and I do one of my famous surf and turf dates. Not what you think, listener. Surf and turf date is something where you start out where it's kind of like a turf, like the surf is some kind of Reckland thing, and the turf is whatever the heck fancy thing that Ray wants to do. And surf and turf is the best meal, so the best dates are like, you have one of both. So we start out the day on a pretty moderate hike. Like, Reckland knows that if he tries to do a big 14er, this is not going to be well received by Ray. Even though surf and turf is a sacred thing and we both understand it, there are limits to the surf and turf, So he takes him on a hike, and he brings along a little picnic basket. And so every part, because like a hike is a story, a good hike is a story. It has not just literally in the elevation, but it has a climax and a peak, I guess literally, but it has a story. So along each little part, he's like, we're in the meadow, and he pulls out a little snack. He's prepared a charcuterie board that pairs with the different parts of the hike, making a little story of it. I don't think some of his pairings are actually that good. Like, it's like, look at this. This is the meadow. Beautiful. Where all the water coalesces, crisp and clean. I can hear an elk in the distance. Oh, can't you hear that? And I think it pairs with pickles. It just proceeds like that. I hope Ray puts up with it, but it's a bunch of really bad pairings. And then after that, they go to the art museum. And they proceed to mercilessly make fun of the art. Just everything is derivative. Everything is a sham. I could have done this better. I could have done this better blindfolded. Just shamelessly, just making fun of the art. And then they finish off the night seeing Ray's favorite show, not Old Long Johnson. Favorite show, Old Long Johnson. Oh, dumb piano. No, I like Sparkling Tim or something. Twinkle Toes Tim. His favorite coming of age musical, and Ray has he is the record of the 1984 original version of it. This is the best version, and Rek is coming along with it a little bit. He still doesn't get it. It's so he's dancing to get their hearts and stuff.
It's more of it's a metaphor. It's more than just the hearts. It's their entire soul, Reckon. Yeah. It's their whole soul. It's it's not derivative. Not at all. No, it's beautiful. Yeah, I can see.
This is the basis of the whole sparkle movement.
Oh.
The entire sparkle movement as it is.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to see more Sparkle and Tim of the repertoire. Okay. And he takes them up. They're in the box, and then after the end of the show, Ray, probably not so subtly this whole day, he's been kind of nervous, just haha, the pickles, us. Tasty. I'm pretty sure Ray sees this coming, and it's been 7 years. I think they're both kind of saying this, hopefully coming. Or he could destroy my heart DM. It's entirely possible. It's up to you. Your call DM. And Recklin.
Give it into your head.
Give it into your head. Do it. Break your heart. Break it. Do it. Rek grabs a move he hasn't pulled in a little bit. Just takes up the mirror cape, goes into the little brigade outfit now. Goes down on one knee, brings up a ring, and says, "Oh man, I thought this would be easier. Okay. You're the Sparkle Tim to my life. I love you so much in a way I didn't, that's so cheesy. Of course I didn't understand anyone could be this happy, but I can, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I wanna see you on stage with all those lights on you, and I wanna think to myself, that's my husband. That's a guy I get to go have hot cocoa with. And I'm gonna put too much cocoa powder in. I don't have a lot of self-control with that. Maybe we'll learn that eventually, maybe I'll find the right cocoa amount sometime. Probably not. I get too excited every time because I think maybe a little bit more is gonna make it better, but it ain't gonna make it better. I wanna go into
Lots of cocoa ain't bad.
No, it's viscous at the end of it. I feel, as I've said so many times, I feel so profoundly seen with you. And would you take me, Recklin J. at Brookridge, to be your partner?
You big goof, of course. And so you're like kneeling, but you're very tall. And so you're kind of like still like face to face. Ray is sort of gonna give you a big kiss and pull you in.
Yeah.
And sort of looks at the ring. What does the ring look like?
Okay, this has been the single most stressful decision of both. Oh man, I'm freaking the heck out. I did not think that far. I think Recklin definitely had to I think he enlisted, I think he actually might have asked Delilah. So, just kind of, because the rest of them, I respect them, but I don't know if they'll shoot straight. I know you will not lie to me about this. These ones, I could come up with a bad decision, and they'll say, "Oh, that's great, Recklin. Looks good." And I respect that, but I know you'll tell me no. So this one, look at this massive diamond on this one. They call it a princess cut.
Wow.
Do you think he'll like that? Because it's so big, I feel like you could take someone's eye out with it. Is that the right move?
I definitely think that Ray likes the big, ostentatious sort of look, but you just gotta think about how, when you went to the ball, right? Ray wore the flamboyant, the outward outfit, but it was also elegant.
Okay.
And refined.
Ooh.
I think maybe you go for something a little more gilded.
Ooh.
And, I don't want to... My parents spend a lot of time looking at, jewelry and stuff like that, and I kind of try to stay away from it. You know who I bet would have excellent taste in making something special is Griff and Michael.
Oh my God. That's a lot of pressure. Yeah, they're gonna love that. I'm gonna text them right now. Hey Griff, I need you to make a wedding ring. I am proposing tomorrow. Can you make it gilded but subtle and elegant like? Tomorrow, please? Sorry for late notice.
I think you get a
LOL.
response that says, "Please tell me you have a backup plan."
No.
Yeah, I think whoever is near Griff's bedroom just hears a loud series of expletives coming from his room, and then a series of welding and grinding noises, and Michael is woken up in the middle of the night with Griff banging down the door "I need your help, I can't do this alone."
Michael opens up his house and brings his tool belt with him. For some reason, he just has gold and silver in a new bag of holding that he's made to hold all this crap. And
Yeah, you gotta bury that gold in your house.
It's very secure in there. Yes.
Oh my God.
It's better than a vault. It's its own dimension. There's no passwords. Nobody can guess anything.
It's a backpack.
I've never made jewelry before, though. I mean, all I know is it's supposed to be a circle, and then there's supposed to be something on the stone. I mean, I just we weren't very well off when I gave my wife her ring, and that was just silver plated with gold. And that would work, right? What if we? Michael takes off his wedding that he's canonically been wearing this whole time. Sadly.
Good for him.
We use this as a mold. It'll be a good starting point. Maybe we can get some specifications from it.
Recklin said the word gilded and elegant, and I don't know what a gilded ring is, but I looked on Google, and I think I might have a few ideas.
Oh yeah, we just melt some gold on top of it. That'll be great. Yeah.
I think Chris starts drawing out plans for this and runs them by Michael and probably tests them off Anise a little bit to make sure, get the whole team involved. And he's like, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We need a ruby and a sapphire for Recklin's hot and cold powers, right? And then we need Ray's an actor, right? So the band should be silver for like a silver screen, like movies. And then it should be inlaid and trimmed with gold because, I don't know, I'm pretty sure wedding rings are supposed to have gold on them. And then there's a diamond set in the middle.
Well, but hold on. I mean, he's an actor, right? But has he been in any like movies or TV shows, or is was it mostly like big box office, not box office, but plays and things? Is he a stage kind of actor, or is he like a movie and TV kind of
I'll
actor?
text Recklin. Is he a stage actor or TV actor?
Best.
Look, whatever we end up doing here, I mean...
I'll show Anise and Michael. Does this mean something to anybody else?
I mean, I got nothing. I mean,
Ray,
the ring that Ray would be given to Recklin is literally just a circle of beef jerky. So I think anything above that is probably going to be pretty good. Why don't we just give it a shot? See what we come up with. Let's try the rubies and the sapphires. Yeah.
Just a quick question. How much time do we have left for this?
About 6 hours.
Oh, we'd better go with whatever we can get together, like, now.
I'm gonna mobilize our entire technology design team of the Shine Brigade.
Meanwhile, Recklin's in the supermarket getting his pickles. Just making the worst recruiter, and you're like, go, go, go.
Us, and it's like literally a team of 200 people.
Yeah, it's like
racing down the hallway.
It's like dwarves underneath a mountain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like with the big, like, hold the ring up, just big smashing hammers. Go!
Delilah's just like, really? Pickles? For the meadow, Recklin?
It's refreshing, like the green on green,
Yeah, sure, yeah. So, because the Bigfoot lives in the forest, you're doing Slim Jims for the
Oh, yeah, I mean, also because, like, Slim Jims kind of look like trees. It's like you're eating the trees. And trees are a big part of the forest, I'd say. First thing I think of. Yeah, and, I was initially thinking toothbrush, but that's not edible, and it's not like a fun, like, ooh, we're here in the trees, now you gotta brush your teeth. That doesn't seem as fun, but that's my first thought.
And then I think we flash back to Michael, and I like sitting there like, okay, Michael, last thing, we need a ring box. Can you make it like, you like making toys, it pops open and plays music and maybe little dancers come out or something?
Yeah, I can make something like that. Michael takes out his little ballerina box. He thinks about it for a second. I think we can make this work. He's just gonna make a small little incision and just make a little spot for where you can put the ring in. Maybe you can help me change the tunes. I don't know if the lullaby is really appropriate for this. Maybe some wedding music or something like that.
I think that might be. Yeah, we'll play with it. Yeah. I like that idea.
I don't know anything about music notes. Maybe Delilah would be the one to ask about this. And we can get this prepared and then send them over, and Delilah can calibrate it with us. Delilah, we need...
Is Delilah available?
We're at the grocery store looking at olives.
You probably get a text on your phone from Michael in broken English because his thumbs are too big for the keyboard on his new phone. Music how ?
Delilah is like, oh, I'll meet up with you in a sec.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be in the olive section to find the one that most resembles a boulder.
Delilah is gonna unsling the duffel bag that she had Michael build as a bag of holding for her. And she's gonna pull out basically a recording studio's worth of equipment.
What? In the grocery store?
In the like soup aisle. And just like jam out a quick little like tune. She knows that Recklin has been listening to Tinkle Toes Timmy
I think so, yeah.
the whole ride from Recklin's apartment to the grocery store.
I get it.
So she does like a cover of the like, you know, every good musical ends with a wedding. So the wedding at the end of the musical, the song for that, she like covers that real quick and just sends the file to Michael, and then realizing her egregious mistakes, also sends it to Griff.
Griff, I think I just downloaded a virus.
I think Griff just takes Michael's phone, throws it in a pot of water, and hands it to him. I got you covered.
Oh, it's better now, thank you. This is much better.
This is the phone pump. You ever need to burn a phone, just chuck it in there.
I've got it down to a science.
Some things never lie, some things never change, you know?
And then, I'll go ahead and just use maybe some computer software to like 3D model what types of metal and thicknesses you would need to make a toy box with this metal song, and then 3D print it out, and then somehow have that inserted into the toy box. I'm gonna say science on this one.
We're sciencing
science the shit out of it.
Okay. Yeah, you guys science the heck out of that thing. Like, it's decked out. It's got all the bells and whistles.
And then I'll give the ring to Michael with the computer box. And is there anything else we should do?
Recklin's got it from here.
Alright, well, I guess let's go find Recklin.
You wanna text Recklin since, I mean, I can't get my phone to turn on now, I don't...
I'll give Recklin a call.
Yeah, Recklin, meanwhile, has decided that, oh my god, so the bell pepper's on the inside. I could put some yogurt raisins in there. That'll be a fun surprise when he opens up the bell pepper and out spills yogurt raisins. And he picks up, oh, well, hi. Fancy hearing from you.
We finished it.
Oh,
It's
amazing.
done.
Oh.
I think it might have cost the Shine Brigade more than building this entire building. But we did it. We did it. Just like you asked, in less than a night.
Oh, great. I'm sorry. I didn't think it'd be too difficult. Not as a thank you. I wouldn't have. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Well, I'm at the Think Smart Mart. Do you want me to come to by your place, or?
Yeah, I think you come by here.
Okay, yeah.
And, on behalf of me and the 274 other people that also worked on this, you're welcome.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Well, I think we have enough. I'm gonna take a leisurely walk, get the nerves off, and slowly make my way over. Go pick up that ring. I'm sure it was nice of everyone. Yeah, and eventually, most of my way, pick it up leisurely, probably frustratingly leisurely, like just carrying my canvases bags, like, oh, thank you.
Griff's like been up 36 hours at this point. Like, please, I just want to go to bed so badly.
Okay. Well, thank you. I feel like I shouldn't look at this like it's a surprise for me too. Okay. Well, I guess I'll open it in a day. Well, I'm up to cloud 9, but thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. That's real special. All right, we'll see you guys. And I leave. Cue back to proposal. I open it up and that song of Let's Tap Together, the finale to Tappy Toes Tim, the classic musical, where he realizes, tapping is the truest expression of love. That opens up, and it is a surprise to both Rek and Ray.
Yeah, Ray is gonna take it and put it on and say, this is so you, Recklin. And that's why I love it so much.
Yeah, I've been told that the entire Shine Brigade actually helped me with this particular one.
The whole Shine Brigade, huh?
Yeah, they texted me some of the budget things on it. It was a substantial amount of manpower, but of course, worth it for you. I mean, you're worth 1 million manpower.
Ray is
We're gonna
just...
get audited for this.
What is this $2 million ring expense that I'm seeing here?
Still, that's only like what 3 months pay when you make $1 bajillion.
So Ray wraps his arms around you, and you sort of have this lovely moment.
Thanks, wingman. Yeah, I think that probably gets less and less into the Shine Brigade duties, more into Wax Tech Center. And, yeah. I think that's a great way to end it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That was so sweet.
The next day, you get an email from Anise. The subject line just, I pulled some strings. And you get footage from like 7 different angles of your proposal.
Yes.
From like inside the from inside the theater.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Aw. My first and only Instagram post. And he actually chooses the worst angle out of all the cool ones you did. It's the one that didn't work out. He's like, thanks, Anise. Thank you, Anise, for this amazing video work. And it's the one angle that's just like...
Somehow under them.
Yeah, somehow under them. Can't hear anything, you know.
It's like a fan, like, oh my god, is that reckless? Okay.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Delilah.
Yeah, I think Delilah keeps pretty busy following our fight with Frown. Obviously coming back to Daffodil and kind of just decompressing from everything we went through. Prism technology that allows us to transport between the two worlds is still pretty in its infancy, and so there's a lot of work to be done. You know, the very few prism crystals that we have at the moment are pretty dedicated to like humanitarian efforts, sending food and medical supplies over to Cerulean, bringing back people and like reuniting families. In the meantime, while all of that is kind of getting built up to the point where eventually we can hopefully anyone can go back and forth as easily as we can go from place to place here on Daffodil. Delilah and her band begin doing like charity benefit concerts for the people of Cerulean all over Daffodil, like a global tour, kind of using the fame of being in the Shine Brigade to kind of help bring in some more money. And I know things on Daffodil were also pretty tough, but I know that people are still kind of more well off. So that keeps us pretty busy. I imagine Claire tags along for as much of the tour as she can without, you know, school and those weekly family meetings. And like, she becomes a pretty integral part of the band for when she can make it, I think. Also, Delilah goes into the Cerulean district of Sunflower City and buys that high-rise condo building that we graffitied with Griff. And she turns it into free housing for Cerulean refugees and families that are reunited. And then finally, once the Prism Tech is established to the point where we can go back and forth more easily, Delilah and the band all pack up and head over to Cerulean for a while. And they begin doing like free concerts there for the people of Cerulean to help kind of like boost their spirits and give them something they probably haven't had for quite some time. And yeah, all of course just like doing everything they can to leave an impact on the two worlds. Of course, Delilah is always ready and able to jump into doing heroic activities with the rest of the Shine Brigade whenever it's necessary, but I imagine she kind of spends a lot of time out on tour, out on the road. She meets up with people when she can, but she keeps pretty busy. She also just becomes really comfortable with the gloom that pervades Cerulean, becomes very comfortable there. I imagine as she kind of ends up settling down in her life and going on tour less, she ends up living more on the Cerulean side of the new Shine Gloom compound that we build. And yeah, it really just takes in her time. She also takes a lot of steps to improve her relationship with her parents. Her mom designed the cover art for the singles and the albums that the band released while they were on tour. And she's already working on the art for their next album. But through all that, she has still been doing a lot of work to kind of heal from the loss of her brother still, even after everything she dealt with in the battle for Frown, leading up to it. She still really, really misses Lucas. So that kind of an effect there's one relic from the fight with Frown that she's held on to all this time. She holds it in her hand now. It is a crystal that some crystals have, something deeper within it. And so on the surface of this crystal, you can see like yellow crystalline structure sort of on the outside, but it's quickly consumed by this dark, pitch black void energy trapped inside it. It's the crystal that Delilah used to pull the void energy out of Michael right after the fight with the toy maker. And she knows this is a deadly void artifact, and there probably aren't too many more of those out and about in the world. Void always seems to have a way of creeping back in to our reality, and void corruption kind of rises up here and there. The Shine Brigade always has to respond to it, but Delilah can't seem to bring herself to destroy this one. It makes her think of her friends who've become her family. It makes her think of how close they came to not making it out of Cerulean's core alive. And having it brings her comfort. It reminds her that that's a thing they did. They've been there and they've grown past it. But eventually, over the years, Delilah begins feeling like she needs it less and less. The more that she and her friends save both worlds, the more that she grows into herself and becomes confident in who she is, the less and less she finds herself reflecting over it. Until eventually, maybe 10 years down the road, she calls all the members of the Shine Brigade together at the compound that's been built back up.
You all arrive at the now completed Shine and Gloom compound. This building, worked so long on by so many people, that stands as a representation of the bond that now stands between Cerulean and Sunflower. It's been a little while since you guys have been together. Life happens, and there haven't been any real world-ending threats that have come about. And so, here you are. The Shine and the Gloom Brigade, back together again.
Man, how long has it been? At least a year or so before we were all in the same room together.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen everyone since Recklin's wedding.
Yeah. Man, I got thinking again for that ring thing. That was lovely. Yeah, the audit was not fun. But the ring was lovely.
That was a good way for us to all get together again, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I'll be sure to call you up with another last minute ring thing. Maybe they'll bring us together again for our 10-year anniversary or something.
Maybe not. Maybe you just call us.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't want that audit to get impaired.
Well, speaking of priceless stones, Delilah reaches into her pouch and pulls out the crystal. And I think immediately an energy kind of fills the room that's been missing from our lives for so long. This deep, profound sense of dread and despair.
Michael definitely takes a couple steps back and looks a bit shocked. Why do you have that?
I have to agree with Michael. Delilah, I thought we destroyed that.
I haven't been able to bring myself to, but I think now's the time.
Can't think of a better way to celebrate 10 years or however long it's been of us being together than just to blow something up.
I mean, not to be a stickler for safety or anything, but is blowing up actually the right way to do this? I mean, we don't want to be spreading void energy all over the place. It's been so long since any of us have been in action. If something else were to crop up...
I mean, we do have the implosion room. Normally we just use it for trash, but we could probably use it for this as well, right, Griff?
Yeah, I think that would work perfectly.
I mean, that's what, in my head, defines the Shine Brigade. It's just blowing stuff up. At least for me, a little bit. So I can't think of a better way to put this chapter at the end but a big fireball, but that could just be me.
Delilah, have you just carried this by yourself the whole time? Why'd you keep it?
It's a hard thing to destroy. For so long, it was a reminder of why we did what we did. Saving the world, stopping the void. That's what we were, and I was gonna destroy it the day that we defeated Frown, and as I held it, I asked myself, who are we without the void? I mean, like, we have these powers, we have this magic, we have what brought us all together, but, like, in a way, I just worried, you know? Like, what if I can't keep myself sharp? What if I lose the ability to keep everyone safe? We were so close to not making it. And it felt hard for me to destroy the trophy of that. But I've been doing a lot of thinking, especially since Recklin's wedding, watching how happy we were and seeing so many people come to it. I mean, it was like a royal wedding almost. It was crazy. It really just reminded me of the difference we've made and how safe everyone's been since. And so I'm just thankful for you all. And yeah, I don't know if I could have destroyed it myself. It's always the part of me that feels like I need it. But here, with all of you, I feel like I have something greater than this rock. I have friends, and I have a family, and I have a team. And I'm so thankful for you all.
Very well said, Delilah. No matter how far apart we are, we're all still family. I feel the same way.
You know, maybe you bring up another point, though. Maybe it's time we started acting like it. I mean, having not seen each other, some of us, since the wedding, what was that, 3 years ago?
Yeah, by my estimation, yeah.
I mean, I counted you all as family back when we were fighting together, and I'd like to count you all as family still now. We need to get together more often.
Do a yearly Gloomsday dinner. Does that work?
I think we should go back to the beach.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes. We should plan fishing trips.
I haven't been able to tell you this, Recklin. There hasn't been a good time, but I got really into fishing over the last couple of years.
Oh my god. And you haven't told me you
I kept meaning to, but I've been so busy.
How have you been too busy to not go fishing with me? Oh my god.
I didn't want to break it to you like
Oh
this.
my god. Void crystal's one thing, not going fishing with me when you were into fishing. Oh, it's okay, you know, forgive.
And me and Michael, well, we wanted to invite you last time we
Oh.
went together.
Oh.
But it was right when you were on your honeymoon. And you were out of town.
God, Anise, were you there too?
Oh my
Don't
God.
look, no, Mitch, look at me, Anise. No,
Anise
look at me.
Packed the cooler and was handing out snacks and drinks, yes.
They needed someone to bring the little oranges.
Recklin, you have no idea how happy I am to pass the torch to you, though, so that you can continue this tradition with Griff and with Anise if they want to come.
Oh, no, I want to pass no torch. I want to go fishing with every single one of yous. We're just talking about meeting up. You say, pass that torch. What do you want about? No. No. Yeah. Meet up more often. Go fishing. Mm-hmm. Invite me when you want to go fishing. Man, that was...
You know, I don't think I ever thanked you for taking the void out of me in the first place. But I also see what you mean about us not being the same without it. If I didn't have those fears that I was going to lose my family, I wouldn't still have them. I would have lost them already. So I guess thank you, Delilah. Even if it's a few years too late.
Yeah, it's funny when you mentioned that. I was like, yeah, I should be saying that, I mean, if you ask anyone or any of those TV specials, I mean, they would say the Shine Brigade was defined by all the fights. And I think the Shine Brigade was, I mean, the work we put in Cerulean for how many years there? That difference? I mean, that's how I'd like to be remembered. I think we're well moved past that ever being our definition. We have no longer defined by fighting stuff, but by building stuff, and I'm proud of that.
I mean, I was just a kid when all this started, and nobody wants to say they peaked in college. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to be remembered for this, for everything we do after.
Delilah, how would you see us deal with the crystal?
Well, yeah, I kind of was also on the side that you were on, Anise, of, like, blowing up void energy. What does that do? No one knows. I kind of figured purging it was my first bet, but Recklin's right. Like, Blaston only failed us that one time.
I mean, that's an amazing track record.
Just the one.
1 out of 100. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we can put it in your awful... What is a black hole you have installed there? Just by the kitchen?
It's safe. I mean, you have a garbage disposal in your sink and you don't freak out about that.
Yeah, I guess. It just sounds like screaming. I just can't believe you work by that all day, but I don't know.
Makes getting rid of food scraps very easy.
Yeah, I'm sure
Very
it does.
ethical as well.
Yeah. Just give it to another dimension.
So I'm picking up the vibe that Michael and Griff still live in the compound, and
Yeah.
everybody else is
Everyone
kind
else
of...
is gone.
we're just like the bachelor pad over here. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
why don't we just throw a black hole in the kitchen? We can do that. Who's gonna tell us no?
Yeah, no, that's...
We're gonna build a blanket fort on the 3rd floor. Who's gonna say no?
You're like, Griff, you gotta get a house.
I've been telling him this for years.
They have like a whole Young Ameritown situation of like just different simulated parts of their life, and you're like coming to the Shine Cup. I'm
I
like,
wanted to
"Oof."
see what it would be like living in Indiana.
This is my Gary, Indiana display.
There's a fishing pond in the Shine.
Yeah.
It just saves so much time.
It does.
I develop another simulation room, but it's just like different neighborhoods, different real estate for Michael.
Oh my god.
Alright, so what
do we decide upon to the crystal?
Yeah, so I think we take the crystal down to one of the testing rooms that's very secure and insulated and set it down on a targeting shelf, get a good distance away from it, and Delilah just once again opens herself up to the shine and the gloom. Her body glows brightly in this transformation back into the sort of final manifestation of her shine costume. This very elegant, queen-like regalia. And she channels her shine powers and her gloom powers, passes them along to Recklin to fuel up the greatest fireball that there's ever been.
I'm gonna need everyone. This is gonna have to be the single greatest fireball. Thank you. I need everyone's siphon it in. We're going to be doing a 6th level fireball. I don't even have that spell slot.
Hey, I mean, you want to use some green light? Make it a delayed blast.
Oh yeah.
I'm picturing just this like rainbow fireball.
Oh yes.
Put all our energy into it.
Yeah, it siphons it all. Oh my god, I have this huge orb of light. I didn't think of what to say as a cool sign-off at the end of an era. Oh my god, the pressure's unbelievable. I can't just say blast. Quickly, what's it saying to end an era? To find us for 10 years and save 2 planets. What do you say to end that? Can someone help me? I'm not joking.
How about we're the Shine Brigade?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's fair.
A League of Light?
Oh yeah, with a League of Light. Okay. Whew. Power of all them shining glue. Manifest yourself as the League of Light. And I blast it off. Tungu.
There is a brilliant array of rainbow light that flies from Recklin, a combination of the shine and gloom in each of your component parts that collides with the crystal and vaporizes it.
Nice.
No one blasts things quite like you, Recklin.
On your little pagers that you guys carry, just in case of emergency, there's a little image of Smith Bellflower. Smith Bellflower, after the events of everything, went off to discover himself. He sort of took a very long road trip. His hair is now grown out. His, very normally square and tight demeanor now sort of a bit looser. Just gonna say, Shine Brigade. No, it's been a while since we've talked. I'm getting reports of a potential earthquake situation in Laminaria. Wondering if you guys could help?
That wasn't us, was it?
Smith Bellflower. I think you mean the League of Light.
I'm still not sold on that name.
No. And the League of Light? We're springing into action now. Let's go!
The camera pans outwards to the combined compounds, to the worlds that you've saved, to the dual rotating planets, Cerulean and Daffodil, dancing around each other in the cosmos, eternally united, shine and gloom. That's where we're gonna end the entire thing, the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Everything's over. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're watching, we had a blast putting this together, and we hope that you'll tune in for next season.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you!
Okay. Hey everyone, Xander here with a couple announcements. First, we're going to be holding a special Q&A episode, which we're hoping to release sometime at the end of September. If you have any questions regarding the Shine Brigade, the cast, or anything weird in between, please send them to us on Instagram at The Wild Magic Pod. Speaking of stuff on our Instagram, we have tangentially branded stickers for sale. We have one for Snowball, the Sunflower Sword, and a Triple P, which I particularly love. If this interests you, please go check out our wares on our Instagram. Next, Season 2 is currently in the works, and though I can't share much right now, I can say that we've been working hard at the writing table and have a sailing, seafaring, scallywagging campaign that we're so excited to share with you. Finally, I wanted to sincerely thank everyone who has listened through to this story to the end. The first season was an incredible learning opportunity for all of us, and your feedback and support has made all the world of difference. Stay tuned for the Fall of the Shine Brigade, Part 2, and as always, shine on.